Well, hallelujah and shalom, brethren. Today is going to be a very quick video. I just want a little bit of encouragement to the brethren out there. One, do not start giving up the doctrines and traditions of men to just bring in new ones. And don't despair when brethren come in and they leave. This is going to happen. It said that many will receive the word and be very excited, and then the seed fell between the rocks, or it fell in the sand, or it wasn't rooted well. And sometimes it's just that they've received another wind of doctrine. These things are going to happen. So I want to encourage you that if this does happen, and it will, it's happened to us lots of times. People come in and they go for whatever reasons, but a lot of times it's because some other wind of doctrine, one that they couldn't let go of, or one that they brought in. So I want to encourage you, as you are bringing in new people, is love them, encourage them, show them the word, read the word together, study the word together, and let them study to show themselves improved. This is about the body. It's a collective. One doctrine that's out there, a lot of people proclaiming priesthood and proclaiming royalty and proclaiming a lot of things that there is no scriptural basis for. To be of the order of the Melchizedek, or Yahusha The High Priest, the Kohen Haggadol, first you have to be grafted in. Now he says that he cut off even the natural branches. So even the natural branches have to be grafted back in. And he also warns us that if he would cut them off, how much more so would he do to you? So we have to be aware that just because you think you're a natural branch doesn't mean you are. You still have to be grafted in. You have to be grafted into Yahusha. You have to be grafted into his priesthood. So it is a direct lineage. Priesthood means that you have to come from the lineage of Yahusha himself, not Yehudi, of Yahusha himself. You have to be under him, his priest. He's the high priest. And to be a Melchizedek priest means you have to be trained by the Kohen Haggadol himself. It means you have to train under the high priest. You have to train under a high priest to actually enter into the priesthood. And there is a lot that goes into that. And if I'm not mistaken, Yahusha has not come back yet. So no one has been trained as a Melchizedek priest yet, because they would have to train directly under him. So first of all, let's graft into him, become part of his direct lineage, his priesthood. Otherwise, you can't be called to the order of the priesthood. So remember, next time as you're proclaiming some kind of royalty or priesthood or anything else like that, leave these things behind, these new doctrines that are coming forth. People are just making up new doctrines. You have to remember, when they used what Tertullian renamed the New Testament, which it is not. It is just a witness and a testimony to the truth of the writings, the Psalms, or the Tehillim, and the Tanakh. That's all of the writings. That's Hanok, that's Yobelim, that's the Maccabees, and all of the other writings, Yashar, all of the other writings that were out there. And they quote from those writings. Some they mention by names, others they just quote from them. But everywhere they are quoting, they're quoting back to the Tanakh. They're quoting back to the old past. That is not the means of your deliverance from the writings that were written against you. Yahusha was that, a sin offering once and for all, for whomsoever will. So we have to work on being grafted in. But everything they wrote about was nothing new. It was nothing in the witness and the testimony, the Brit Hadashah, as we call it. All of that is quoting something from before. So you must take everything in context. Without context, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're making up things. We have to get rid of these things. It's prideful, and it's irresponsible of us. We have to stop being prideful, trying to lift ourselves up, exalt ourselves above others. Yahusha came as a servant. He came from the right hand of his Father. He was the first of all creation. Yahuwah, his creator and Father, brought him forth for the very purpose of you, of love for you. And as he was there beside his Father, as he formed and fashioned everything with his Father, and his Father delighted in him, he delighted in men. And as he did this, he knew what he was going to have to do. And he did it out of love for you, for the brethren. He didn't just willy-nilly give out all of his love to everybody. He said, I came not but for the lost sheep of Yisrael. We have to remember that although he had compassion and love for those, he also knew whomsoever will. So we have to remember when he's extolling people, do you not know one day you will judge the world, that you will judge the Malak? He's talking to his taught ones who trained under him as priests, under the high priest himself. They were trained by him. We haven't been trained by him. Stop proclaiming things that have not yet happened. Let's work on being grafted in. Let's work on building the body. No one has a calling higher than the body. No one has a call different than the body. It is a function within the body. Let's graft in to one another, love one another. I extol you as well, that when people come and go, mourn for them. Do not harden your heart. Say, I'm not going to let this bother me. Let it bother you. And pray for them and love them. That doesn't mean to sit there and let it destroy you. Don't let it destroy you. Don't take it personal. People are going to come and they're going to go. Sometimes they are lifted up for that very purpose. Sometimes they're the darnel. Just remember, you cannot root them out before it's time, when the harvest comes. So don't try to root out the darnel that you think is darnel now. Remember, they're intertwined. The root systems of the darnel and the wheat, that's the wheat and the tares. The root systems are so intertwined that if you uproot what you think is darnel, what you think is the tares, then you too shall tear out the roots of the wheat. Let's not destroy any of the wheat, any portion of the wheat or the root system, and weaken the root system of the wheat as we pull at what we think is darnel. Yahusha will come back as a judge, and he will send his malak to rapture out the tares. It means to violently rip away or tear up. So that's another thing. Stop telling Christians they're not going to be raptured. They are going to be raptured. He says he's going to rip up the weeds. He's going to get rid of the darnel and the tares. They're the first to go. So they will. Those that will not come to the truth. But encourage them to come to the truth. Tell them the truth. Yahusha came, he lived, he died, he resurrected. That the writings that were written against you, the very fact that you were bound to bear death, the second death for your sins, that if you shall do all that Elohim has said to do, then he shall be your Elohim. He will be your Most High. He will be your Father, and you'll be his people. And what was the biggest thing he said to do? Follow Yahusha. Walk as he walked. You can't graft in. You can't say I'm in him. I'm grafted into him if you're not walking as he walked. Did he just love everybody in the world? No. He loved his own. He said, who is my family? Those who do the will of my Father, my Abba. Those are his words. He had kindness and compassion on all. And whomsoever will, all were welcome. All are welcome. Let's graft in. Let's mourn for the lost brethren when they come and they go, when they graft in, and then when they seem to be ripped away for no other reasons than they just grafted on to a new piece of doctrine, theological teachings, and the traditions of men. Get rid of your pride and love one another. Stop walking in your own way. Stop looking for a higher purpose and to serve, worship, love, and obey Yahweh through Yahusha HaMashiach. Love Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart, with all your nefesh, with all that is within you. And love your brethren, your neighbor, as you love yourself. He teaches us how. Yahusha taught us how. Well, we love you. We encourage you to stay vigilant and diligent to his word. Study to show yourself approved. Never take anything anyone says as the truth, but study. Show yourself to be approved every day. Love His word. Love Yahuwah. Love Yahusha. Hallelujah. And we'll talk to you soon. We love you.